Hi there, my name is Bowie. I use they, them pronouns. Welcome to your training session. Today, I am taking you through a beginner's body weight session. So if you have never trained before, or it's been a very long time, this may just be the session for you. We have 3 rounds that we're gonna work through. Each round has 3 exercises and we're going to repeat them 3 times. 3 is a magical number this session. Feel good about resting at any point that you feel you need. Have a sip of water. Work at your own pace. You definitely don't have to keep up with me. And yes, do what feels right. I want to acknowledge the original custodians of this land on which this video has been recorded. And pay my respects to elders past, present, and emerging. And this video is brought to you by Proud to Play. We're going to start our session, friend, with a warm-up. So to get started, you're going to find a spot where you can stand. Feet are going to be somewhere around hip width apart. You want enough room to be able to swing your arms, because we're going to start. We're going to take one arm and we're just going to circle it back. A nice big circle here. Feel good about rotating at the hips as you do this. But control this circle. We're not just swinging kind of wildly. That can lead to a strain. We don't want to start the session with an injury. Not fun times. So just taking your time here, getting to wherever you can get to, passing your upper arm as close to your ear as you can. And we're going to go forwards. Exactly the same thing. Nice, big, straight arm if you can. Circling. Just nice and controlled. Let's do 2 more. 1 more. Yes. We're going to swap sides. We're going to do exactly the same thing, starting circling back. It's okay if one side feels a little bit stiffer or a little bit different from the other side. It's all good. Wherever you're at, it's perfect. It's taking your time here. 1 more. And we're going to go forwards. That's it. Amazing. Bringing your feet to a little bit wider than your hips now. We're going to take our arms, and this time we're going to just turn at the hips and we're going to let our arms swing. Starting off nice and slow. As you swing, back heel is going to lift. Then we're going to swap sides and we're just going to allow that little bit of rotation. Allow that back heel to lift. Twisting just as far as you can, wherever that may be for you. If you're a bit stiff in your back, it may not be as far as what I'm going. That's okay. Don't turn so far that you throw yourself off balance. And don't swing your arms so far that you throw yourself off balance. So just take it nice and controlled, allowing that momentum to swing your arms out. We're going to do 1 more each side. Amazing. Coming back to our starting position. We're going to bring our hands to kind of just above hip height, elbows tucked in here. And we're going to raise one knee up, tap that hand, and then the other. So you can make this whatever pace feels good for you here. Pulling your knees up nice and high. You don't have to get this high. You don't have to go this slow. Feel free to add a little skip to that if you like. Pulling your knees up just nice and high. 3, 2, 1, and resting. Well done. Bringing our feet nice and wide now, wider than our shoulders. We're just going to shift to one side. Not have to be too far. Hands can be in front of your chest here. I'm going to shift to the other side. Just keeping both feet flat on the floor. Rocking left. Rocking right. That's it. Getting everything nice and warm, nice and ready to move. That's the way. 1 more each side. Perfect. Finishing off, we're going to take your hands. We're going to breathe in. We're going to reach them right up, stretching up. Nice and tall. And then we're going to breathe out. And as we do, we're going to swing our arms down, exhaling, dipping the knees. Going to go again. 2 more times. Last one. Well done, friend. That concludes our warm-up. Have a sip of water if you need. Take a moment to catch your breath. Going to be right back with our first round. Hi, friend. Here we are, our first round. We have 3 exercises to work through. They are going to be an inclined plank, incline push-up, and a get back up. So you will need either a bare piece of wall, bench, kitchen counter, back of your couch, just something that's an elevated surface for our incline plank and incline push-up. So make sure you have those handy. You may need to shift yourself, that's okay. And yes, let us begin. We're going to work through these nice and slowly. Again, at your own pace, rest as you need. But we're going to start with an incline plank. So I'm going to use my bench here as a nice surface. I'm going to take my hands and I'm going to put them shoulder width apart on the edge of my bench. Feel free to have just your palms, or you can hook your thumbs over, whatever feels more comfortable for you. Stepping back until I'm in a nice long position. Everything's nice and sturdy. And we're just going to do a nice short hold here. Breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, making sure that our butt is level with our shoulders. We're not poking it out too much. We're not sagging it in too much. 3, 2, 1, and stepping up out of that. Feel free to give your hands a nice bit of a shake there if you like. We're going to come back down into that same position for our push-up, but it's good to hop off your hands, especially if they're not used to being in this weight-bearing position before we work through each exercise. So when you're ready, coming back down to that same position, exactly the same position. Hands are shoulder width apart. Thumbs are either over the outside of your edge or hooked over the top with your other fingers. Body comes to nice and level. Hips are the same level as your shoulders. And what you're going to do is bend your elbows, lower your chest down towards whatever it is you're leaning against, pressing back up. We're going to do 6 of these. So breathing in as you lower yourself down, breathing out as you press up. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Stepping forward. Feeling good about whatever height that you can get to as you lower yourself down there. You certainly don't have to match what I was doing. We're going to finish off this round with 2 get back ups. So all you're going to do is bend your knees, reach your hands down towards the floor, get yourself down, lay flat on your stomach, any way that feels good for you. And then I'm going to stand back up. One more time. Getting down onto the floor, hopping back up. Amazing. That's 1 time through. So we're going to work through this 2 more times. Again, resting as you need here. If you feel you need to have a sip of water, have a breather, definitely do that. We're going to come back to our inclined planks. Again, coming to the edge of my bench, stepping my feet back, making sure my body is nice and level. My butt squeezed tight, hands are around shoulder width apart. And we're just holding here, breathing. 3, 2, 1, stepping forward. That's the way. Shaking it out. We're going to give our wrist just that moment. Then we're going to come back down for our inclined push-ups here. Again, stepping back. Everything's nice and level. Nice straight line from ankles to hips to shoulders. And we're going to 6 times lower ourselves down. It's 1. Breathing in as we lower ourselves down, breathing out as we push up, keeping your elbows close to your sides. 3, 4, 5, one more, and 6. Amazing. 2 get back ups. So again, finding that spot on the floor, bending your knees, reaching down, getting yourself down to the floor any way that you can, laying flat on your stomach, hopping back up, taking your time, taking as much time as you need. One more time. Bringing the hands down, hopping down, flat, standing back up. Yes, we have just one more time to get through. So coming back to our bench, our wall, our whatever it is that we are using for our incline, setting ourselves up for our plank, stepping back, and we're just holding here again. Our ankles, hips and shoulders are all on a nice straight level there. Breathing through. That's it. We go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stepping forward out of that. Gives your wrists a little bit of a shake there. And when you're ready, we're going straight back into that position. And we're going to do our 6 inclined push-ups. So we step back into that position. Ankles, hips, shoulders, as level as you can get them. And we're going breathing in as we drop ourselves down. Breathing out as we press up. 1, 2, 3, it's halfway. 4, 5, one more. And 6. Amazing. 2 get back ups and this round is done. So setting ourselves up, bending our knees, coming down to the floor, however you can, laying flat, standing back up. One more. Coming down, laying flat, coming back up. Well done. That was good. That is our first round down. We have 2 more to get through. So have yourself a sip of water, have a breather, and I'll see you back in just a moment. Hi friend, welcome to round number 2. We have 3 new exercises to work through. We have a chair squat, so you will need a chair for this one, a nice sturdy chair, preferably something with a firm top so that you don't sink down into it. We're going to do a hip hinge, so you're going to need a blank piece of wall as well. And we're going to finish off with a jump, so just enough space to do a little jump forwards. We're going to begin with our chair squat. So I want you to stand in front of your chair. Could be even a low coffee table. There's something. There's a bench-like thing. You're going to be about half of your foot length in front of it. And all you're going to do, bring your hands in front of your chest. You're going to reach your hips back like you're going to sit down on the chair, but you're going to control this. And just as your butt brushes the top of the chair, you're going to stand back up. And we're going to do 6 of these. So sitting back, standing up. It's 2, 3. Don't let your full weight sit down on that bench. That's 4. We just want to lightly touch the top. It's 5. One more. And 6. Amazing. Next, we're going to pop over to our clear piece of a wall. Doesn't need to be big, just enough for you to stand in front of. You're going to start about 1 of your foot lengths in front of the wall. You're going to take your hands and you're just going to rest them on the section of your torso where your legs join the base of your torso here, right in that crease of your legs there. And what you're going to do, you're going to dip your knees, and as you dip your knees, you're going to reach your hips back and you're going to tap the wall just lightly with your butt. It's like, yep, I tapped it pretty easily. You're going to take about a toe length step forward, reaching back again, reaching, still getting it. Yep, creep that tiny bit forward again. Reach, reach, reach. You want to find that point? There you go, where your butt only just touches the wall. This is the sweet spot. This is where we start everything from. So, taking your hands and keeping them in that position if you like, or bringing them to the front of your chest, doesn't matter. We're going to reach back, poking your butt out, find that wall, stand up. That's 1. You're going to go again, reaching those hips back. 2, standing up nice and tall in between each one. And that's 3. This one can feel a bit weird because you're poking a wall with your butt. It's okay. It's important. That's 4. 2 more. That's it. 5. Last one. Reaching those hips back. And 6. Amazing. And we're going to finish off with a bound. A bound is just a jump forwards. Just a fancy way of saying it. So what you're going to do, it doesn't matter how big you jump here, you're going to bend your knees, you're going to bring your arms forward, and you're just going to drive forwards with your feet, swinging your arms back. 1. We're going to do 2 of these. So you can turn around. I like to turn around to save space. And we're going to go again, jumping back. 2. Yes, that is our first time through done. Coming back to our bench, we're going to start again. Feel good about having a sip of water. Have a rest if you need. When you're ready, you're going to start in front of your chair again. About that half foot length out in front. Hands come to in front of your chest, and we're going for 6. Reaching back, just touching the top of the chair. That's 1. That's 2. Nice light touch. Control this sit back. 3. It's like I sit down. No, I changed my mind. 3 to go. That's 4. Nice and slow here. It's 5. 1 more. And 6. Amazing. Coming back to our wall. Starting from about 1.5 feet of yours out. Putting our hands in that hinged crease of the hips there. And we're going to go again. 6 hip hinges. Reaching those hips back. Sitting back, touching the wall. That's it. That's 1. Going for 6 here. 2. If the wall feels a little bit far away, focus on poking your butt out a little bit more. It may just be that you're bending forwards at the hips and not reaching them back. That's 3. 3 to go. 4. 5. Last one. 6. That's it. Remembering that point we're at. If you're feeling like it's pretty easy to touch the wall, feel good about creeping a little bit further forward. Or if it's too hard, creep a little bit closer. Finishing off with our 2 bounds. Setting ourselves up. Feet somewhere around hip width apart. We dip the knees, we swing our hands forward. And we jump. Big or as little as you like. Does not matter. We just want to jump a little bit. And we're going to go again. That's 2. Yes. 1 more time to get through. Again, have a rest if you need. Take your time here. When you're ready, setting yourself back up in front of your chair, your bench, your coffee table, whatever. And we're going to go again. Hands in front of the chest. Sitting ourselves back. We're going to sit down. No, change my mind. It's 1. It's 2. Keep it going. It's 3. Doing well. It's halfway. It's 4. 2 more. It's 5. Last one. And 6. Amazing. Back to our wall. We have that hip hinge again. Remembering where you were last time. Probably somewhere around 1.5 foot distances out. But again, reassess and shift at any point for what feels good for you. Hands come to that join where our legs and torso meet. I'm going to go 6 hinges. Reaching the hips back, dipping the knees. Reach, 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 reach. There's the wall. It's 1. It's 2. Doing well. It's 3. Halfway. It's 4. 5. Last one. And 6. Amazing. Here we are, ready for our bounds. 1 jump forward, spinning it around. 1 more. There we go. And that is it, friend. That is 3 times through. That is our second round complete. Have a sip of water, have a breather. We have 1 more round to get through. I'll see you back in just a moment. Here we are, friend. Our final round. We have 3 new exercises to get through. Our first one is going to be an inclined mountain climber, so you will need a sturdy bench. I would not recommend a chair because they might slide and you're going to be leaning against this. So something that's a little bit secure, even a wall would work well, a kitchen bench, something like that that's not going to shift away. We're going to do some crab walks on the floor and some glute side circles. But we're starting off from our bench with our mountain climbers. We're going to do 10 alternating left and right, which makes 5 each side. So setting yourself up exactly in that same plank and push-up position that we did in our first round. Everything's nice and level. All we're going to do is pull 1 knee up, step it back, opposite side, 2, that's it, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Yes. Stepping up out of that, we're going to come straight down to the floor for our crab walks. So pretty much going to be in this position that I'm sitting in right now. So feet are on the floor. You're going to bring your hands to behind you. So you kind of imagine you're casually resting on the floor. What we're going to do, you're going to find about that halfway point between your hands and your feet. Then you're going to raise your butt up off the floor. You're just going to hold yourself in this position. You're going to take 1 foot and the opposite hand, and they're going to step and go 1, 2, 3, and then we're going to come backwards. So we're going to do the same thing again, starting with that same starting side. 1, 2, 3. Yes, just like that. And then we're going to come onto our hands and knees. We're going to do some glute side circles. So bringing your hands to under your shoulders, knees to under your hips, toes curled under. You're going to set yourself up nice and tall so you're not sunk down there. You're going to shift your weight to one side. Doesn't matter which side because we'll do both. And then you're going to raise one leg up off the floor. We're going to bring it out to the side and circle forward, come back down to the starting position. We're going to circle out around to the side and back down. We're going to do 6 of these. So 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Just raising that leg as high as you feel comfortable to. And then we swap sides. So raise it up, down and around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Amazing. That is 1 time through. Coming back to our bench, we're going to do our inclined mountain climbers again. Have a breather, have a rest anytime you feel you need to though. And when you're ready, setting yourself up in that same plank / push-up position. Everything's nice and long there. 1 knee comes up, step it back, we swap sides. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing. Coming down to the floor for our crab walks. Yes, we're here already. Setting ourselves up so we're like a large human M. Yes, that is the shape we are. When you're ready, raising your hips up. This time we're going to step with the opposite side that we started with the last time. So Stepping with that opposite side first. 1, 2, 3. And we come back. Same thing again, starting with that opposite side. 1, 2, 3. It's okay if this one makes your brain feel a bit funny. It happens. It happens a lot. It is all good. Coordinating in these positions can sometimes be a little bit challenging, especially if we are not used to it. We're finishing off with our glute side circles. So hands come to under the fronts of the shoulders, knees come to under the hips, or as close to it as what you can feel like it is. And then we raise one side. We're going to start with the same side as we did the first time. Raising up, circling down and around. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come back to that starting point, swapping sides. We don't want to be swinging our leg here. We want to raise it. We want to control this whole motion, this whole circle. It's 2, 3, it's 4, 5, and 6. Yes. We have one more time to get through, resting as you need. And when you're ready, last time with our incline mountain climbers. Hands on the front of whatever it is you're using for your incline. And let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Amazing. Down to the floor for our crab walks. Starting with whatever side you feel you want to start with this time. It does not matter. Raising your hips up, and let's go. 1, 2, 3, and we're going back. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. Finishing off, glute side circles, hands under the shoulders, knees under the hips, and let's go. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and then we swap sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And that is it, friend. That is 3 rounds. All done. Way to go. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Hope perhaps you tried some movements that you have not done before. Maybe you surprised yourself with how you did. If so, amazing. If there were no surprises, still amazing. Have a rest, friend. Have a sip of water. And I hope you enjoyed yourself. Look forward to having you come back to our next video. Have a rad as day.